why I'm sitting here with a hat on, wearing my headwear and not wearing the wig. So the reason for that is I want to show you. I have not even opened this at the moment. So this is the box. This is by Dimples. It's part of their bronze collection, as you can see here. The wig is called Marina and it is in the shade Toffee Cream Rooted. Blah, blah, blah. The shade is Toffee Cream Rooted and the code for that is 18/2-16R2. So, ooh, this is the hair. This is how it comes, brand spanking new, packaged. So thank you to Dimples. It is looking like it's going to be nice. So you can follow Dimples at Dimples Hair on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Dimples Hair. I will link them down below in the description bar. So basically, woo, let me just see. This comes, it's in its wee net. Woo, and it's all wrapped up. So I'm going to just unwrap this wee beauty. So it's looking nice. I have had a Marina in the past. I did a review of the Dimples Dale, which if you want to see you can watch it up here. Okay, so I had mentioned that previously I have one Dimples Marina wig and I did say I did not feel held up brilliantly after a few washes. The quality was grand, but then I didn't look after wigs the same I do now. It was part of a different collection at that time. It's now part of their bronze human hair collection. So I don't know if there are a lot of differences to the hair or not. However, Dimples very kindly, they watched the review and messaged me to say so this is how the Marina comes, straight out of the box basically. So there have been no heated tools, nothing used on it. I have just run a brush up it to kind of change the parting because it is zigzagged initially. So you can see with that double monofilament top it's a very, very natural parting here. The density is good. I like the density. It feels incredibly lightweight on my head. That's one thing I would say, it's so lightweight. And this scalloped lace front, if you have a wee look here, you can see how natural that lace front really does look. If you want to pull your hair back, it's going to look extremely, extremely natural. I like a more dense lace front. I don't like it too sparse. So this for me is just beautiful. The ear tabs sit in quite a nice place. I would say they are well placed. They are not too high, they're not too far forward. They are just very nice. So I really, really like it. So what I'm going to do just now for you guys, I have just been heating up these wee flat irons, my straighteners. I'm going to run the straighteners through it just to kind of let you see how this looks. If you give me a wee second, then we will do that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to tell you right this second. So yeah. So one thing I did ask Dimples, let's just talk while I am using these straighteners. One thing I did message to ask, I wasn't sure if it was blended hair or if it was Indian, and I thought it felt more Indian hair, Indian Remy than Chinese, but I was not sure. So I just decided, do you know what, let's just ask what the hair is. So basically the different colours are different blends. The darker shades, like your 1B, your kind of off black shade, is predominantly Indian hair. Indian hair is slightly finer and not as thick feeling as Chinese hair. So it is lovely. The lighter shades tend to be more of a blend, and the very light blonde ones have a higher percentage of Chinese hair. Now, before anyone out there starts thinking, why has it got that, and is Chinese hair not cheaper and it's not as good and blah blah blah, there are a lot of myths surrounding the whole human hair thing, and I think that it's a very misunderstood area. There are benefits to Indian and to Chinese hair. Chinese hair is thicker. Each strand of hair is thicker than with Indian hair. It does tend to be a lot thicker. It is very, very good at, it's very straight, so if you're looking for a very straight wig that will always wash to pure utter straight, then a Chinese hair wig tends to go back to straight more easily, whereas Indian hair often naturally has a bit of a wave to it. So that's important to know, because it doesn't always mean that when you wash your hair, if it starts to go wavy with a human hair wig, it doesn't mean the hair has a problem. If it's Indian hair, then because it naturally has a wave and it's not been chemically straightened, then it will return to having a bit of a wave after it's been washed. That is absolutely normal. Like if you're born with naturally wavy hair, then it will return to a bit of a wave. You can blow dry that out. It should never be super duper really curly if you have bought a straight wig, but it is something just to bear in mind that with Indian hair, that could be the reason why it will be wavy once it's been washed a couple of times. So already, this is why I don't like doing a first review on a wig without touching it, guys, because look at the difference. Right, so straight from box, this is maybe why people would say, oh, you would need to take it to hairdressers and get something done with it. Obviously, if you then straighten it, look at how it sits really beautifully. The layers are cut very well, very nicely. I do like the shade of this. I think it's very, very nice. I was kind of undecided, so let's talk colours. There is a great shade range. I had asked, just as a matter of interest, because I'm nosy, I had asked what's kind of most popular in the likes. So it turns out the 1B, the kind of off black shades, is very popular in the Marina wig. And the Tiramisu is also one of the more popular colours. The Tiramisu is the colour that I owned in the past. Now the colour of that was beautiful. I will insert a photo here of me wearing the Tiramisu wig, the Tiramisu Marina. It's quite it's kind of light to medium brown, very warm tones. It's a very pretty colour. I actually did really, really love the colour of it. I was semi-tempted to ask for another Tiramisu, but I have decided I've gone to the light side. I have recently become a bit of a blonde lover just for a change, so yeah, it's really, really nice. So yeah, there are lots of colours. Basically this hair does come, well, as you've seen it, so it is ready to wear straight from the box. You don't have to straighten it. Not everybody likes their hair to be super duper sleek straight. Obviously, the more often, the more frequently you use kind of heated tools on your wig, it can dry out and it can damage it. I am doing it purely for the purposes of this video. Actually, if I had just received this, I would kind of blast it with a hairdryer. And once I've washed it, what I'll do is I will dry it with a hairdryer. I won't be straightening it particularly often. This is the Toffee Cream Rooted. I'm actually going to hold up my Adele very quickly just to let you see the difference in the colour. So this is the Roasted Vanilla Caramel Rooted Adele compared to the Toffee Cream Rooted. So they're kind of similar, but this has definitely got warmer strawberry tone. I obviously have said already I'm going to give it a couple of washes before I give my actual final say and my final opinion on the hair quality. It is not fair for me to tell you about hair quality without having done a couple of washes, because I don't want to be recommending any wig for people to go out and spend a lot of money on. And then to think Michelle recommended that to us and actually it's not good quality. I would never ever do that, whether I have paid for something myself, whether it is something that has been given to me. I would never do that, because to me honesty is far more important than anything else. You know, there is no benefit to me saying something is good if I don't feel that to be the case. So, and I will go for now. I'm going to get about my day. I'm going to wear this hair around and I am going to give it a wash probably later on tonight, do a double wash, dry it off. Tomorrow I will give it another double wash, dry it off. It kind of breaks my heart that I'm doing this, because I know that's 2 washes I didn't have to do right away, but I want to get this review on for you guys. So I will go do that. I will come back. You will see how the hair washes up. So before I wash, and this is it after wash. Hi guys, so I am back. So yesterday I did the review of this wig and talked a bit about it before the wash, so this is it post wash. What I did realise I forgot to do yesterday was to show you guys the actual inside of the cap in regard to cap construction. So before we go any further, let me show you cap construction from the inside. This is the Dimples feather cap. It's very lightweight, it's fully hand tied, lovely and soft. We have the velvet at the back with the velcro tabs to tighten up and loosen. We have this kind of more elasticated section down at the back at the nape, which here is basically just allows it to conform to your head if you pull it in. So there's polyurethane tabs over the ear, which allows you to apply some wig tape or glue if you so desire. If not, you don't have to, it's not required. There's also some mouldable wire in there to allow that to be flush with your head and let you play around with those ear tabs a little. So at the top we have this lovely silky monofilament, double monofilament, sorry, silky top on your wig. It is beautiful. We have silicone across the front here, as you can see, allows for a bit of adherence. Again, if you want to apply wig tape or wig glue, you can do that at that section. At the front here we have the scalloped lace edge. Now the scalloped lace edge gives a very natural lace front appearance to the wig. So that's the cap from the inside. It's very much average size. There is a good range that you can adjust that cap. You can pull it in and loosen it off. I am petite average, very small size of average, and this cap fits me nicely. It's a good fit, very nice. So let's now talk about the wig now that it's had 2 washes. So how did I wash that? What I did use was what I do with all my human hair wigs nowadays. I use the Organics Argan Oil of Morocco shampoo, and then I followed up, I did 2 shampoos, then I followed up with some Argan Oil of Morocco conditioner by Organics, and yeah, did 2 rounds of this. What I did before I allowed it to dry was I put I think it's about 4 pumps of the L'Oreal Mythic Oil onto the palm of my hand, rubbed it in, and from about here down on the hair, smoothed that in. So this has had 2 lots of that washing. Now, what do I feel? Now the quality of the hair when I touch it, it is lovely. It's very soft, it's very beautiful. Now this shade, the Toffee Cream Rooted, is a blend of Indian and Chinese hair. It is a blend of the 2. Now, as kind of already mentioned, Indian hair tends to be prone to being more wavy. My Adele that I have by Dimples, when I just blasted it dry with a hairdryer, this Marina I tried to just blast dry with a hairdryer after it had 1 wash, then after a 2nd wash as well, and I actually noticed with this hair it was extremely wavy, very wavy. I am not saying that is a bad thing, I am not. Here is where I think people go wrong. Here is where I may have gone wrong in the past. It may or may not be an issue for you guys. I want to be 100% honest. So this was, had I left this to dry naturally, it would have been very much the kind of beachy wave style, which is very fashionable, but I did not leave it like that. I wanted to dry it, so I did blow dry it, blast it straight with it. Well, I tried to blast it straight with the hairdryer, and then I did go over it lightly with straightening irons, flat irons at 130 degrees centigrade to be able to straighten it up to this as so. Now the hair quality to feel, it feels lovely, it feels soft, it feels smooth. Where I think I went wrong in the past was that it definitely requires more work than say a fully Chinese wig may, purely for the fact that Chinese hair tends to return to poker straight. This went very wavy. I want to be honest with you, at first I thought, is this very wavy because it's been so highly lifted to get the blonde shade into this wig? Is it bad quality hair? But no, it's not bad quality hair. It is good quality hair. It feels beautiful. It feels luxurious. It is not split on the ends. This style that Marina is cut into is professionally cut, and it's very, very layered. So you have heavier layers on top that are shorter level to here, and then you have your kind of longer layers underneath. That is ideal for somebody who likes a kind of natural, not too sparse looking wig, but wants it super lightweight, but also wants length, doesn't want it heavy. So that's what these layers allow for. The only thing about that, when you do dry this hair, because of all the waves in it, all the layers in it, when it is wavy, you kind of go, wow, that looks totally different. However, again, this is to do with wig care. If you're somebody who has wavy hair, you would go and get washed and it would be all kind of super wavy again. So that is very much like what this is. It doesn't mean it's bad quality. It does not mean that. What it does mean is that it may be more work for you. So this is going to be something that you will not just encounter with one specific brand, but this is something that you can encounter with a lot of brands. So if that is something, obviously if you wash hair and the silicone all comes out of it and then it's like chewing gum and really poor texture, it's very split and very bad, that's not acceptable. This wig though is not like that. It's just that it is wavy hair because it is Indian hair. What I did do with this was dry it all in sections. So I kind of just pinned it up and I just blasted that, then dried it under with my hair dryer. Then I brought the next layer down, gave it a blast, and then I just used a brush and a hair dryer, and that's how I kind of managed to achieve this look. It was fairly straightforward. It was not too difficult. It did require some styling. So here is my final verdict for you guys. Do I like this wig? I love the cap. I love the style. I love the shade range that is available. This also comes in a red velvet, very red shade. Very exciting. The hair quality is good. Because of the style of the cut, this wig will require some styling effort. For me, that's not an issue. It's not like it's not like it looks straight but you wash it and it's like totally afro and mega curly. It's not anything like that. It just has a wave to it. So, you know, if you're looking for something super easy to care for, then you might prefer a synthetic wig. If you're looking for a human hair wig that you can literally just leave and hang dry and it will go poker straight, you're probably going to want a very high quality Remy Chinese wig. So this is to do with the type of human hair that you're now getting into, or you probably want to have Mongolian hair or potentially Virgin European hair. So you're going to pay a lot for Virgin European hair, I will just say that off the bat, or just standard European hair. For hair that is poker straight, it depends the owner of the hair who grew it for you for your wig. It depends how their biological hair is before you get it. This is not awful, it's not bad, it's very good, it's very lovely. However, bear in mind, if you are considering this wig, it's not that I wouldn't recommend it, I would recommend it, but what I would say, if you are going for your first human hair wig, if you are good at hairstyling, if you're a hairdresser, obviously you can kind of go for anything. If you enjoy styling hair, or you're looking forward to being able to work on hair and straighten it and style it, and you're happy to spend the time doing that, then yes, this is amazing. What I would say, if you are thinking you want a wig that you don't have to, you can just kind of blast it and leave it without having and know that it's going to be straight. I just did a blast dry on my Adele, and my Adele is very straight, but my Adele is very minimal layering. This has a lot of layers in it to allow for this beautiful style that you can see. Therefore, it requires extra work when you've washed it. The good thing about human hair and about this human hair wig. You will not have to wash this anywhere near as frequently as you would wash biological hair if you had your own hair. So although it does require a bit of styling, I kind of enjoy that because I feel like it's like having my hair again. You know, I enjoy being able to kind of put my wig in my head and give it a blast dry, and then when it's dry kind of style it in sections. I enjoy that. That's something I like. That is not a negative thing. Please don't take me to be saying that's a negative thing with this wig. It's just something that you have to know. Same as you have to know if you buy a synthetic wig from any brand, if it's an acrylic wig, you cannot use heat on it. That's not a negative thing. It's just part of the care and styling of that wig. I would say if you are a beginner and you have no time to be styling the hair, then, you know, think about whether this is the best wig for you or not. I don't know that. That's something you need to decide in yourself. Do check out the Dimples website, www.dimplesusa.com. Have a wee look there. Grand. What to do, you can follow Dimples on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. So do have a wee look, do have a wee check out. Contact the team if you have any questions. I am not being paid to do this review. This is 100% my own opinion. This is 100% my view on the wig. I was given the wig for free, and I want to say a massive thank you again to Dimples. Honestly, thank you so much, and thank you to Sina, who has been lovely and messaged me on Instagram and chatting away with me and giving me some information when I have been bombarding with lots of questions. I am so honoured to have been able to do this, and I hope that I can do some more Dimples wig reviews for you guys. So, is the cap great? Yes. Does the wig feel lightweight? Extremely. Is it a good volume of hair? Yes. Is the hair a good quality? Yes. Does the wig require work once it's been washed? Yes, it does. Is that a negative? No, it's not, in my opinion. For you, that might be a negative because maybe you don't have the time and you don't want to have the hassle of that. You just want a wig that you can pop on, give it a wash, leave it, and not worry about product and whatever. So I've tried to give you the facts as I see them and as they stand. I do like this hair. I love it. It's nice. It actually feels incredibly lightweight. I wish you could jump through the camera, come into my house, try this hair on, because you'd be like, yeah, Michelle, wow, it's lightweight. It is lightweight. It's a very well designed cap, this feather cap. I have also seen they do a cap called Let Go, and I'm getting all carried away now. They do a cap called Let Go, which looks amazing. If you have total hair loss, I've never seen it in real life. I am purely going on having looked at the website and going, wow, it looks really amazing. So I don't, if any of you have tried that, let me know, leave me a wee comment. I think they look amazing. They really look amazing. So that's all from me. Thanks guys for watching. This is the Dimples Marina. This is the shade Toffee Cream Rooted. Thank you once again to Dimples. Thank you guys for watching. Remember that you're beautiful, you're amazing, and if you have hair loss, it cannot take that fact away. So I'll speak to you soon.